David's out in the truck with Scott and Angie, and they've been glassing for a couple of hours trying to spot a bull, or even better, a herd of elk.
Well, this time we hunted a different ranch than where I hunted last time. Drove about an hour north of Scott and Angie's place here. Got out, met one of the ranchers up there and got out of the truck, bulls bugling all over the place. We were kind of overlooking a creek bottom with a lot of alfalfa and grass fields and pivots and so forth, and they were just loaded in there.
He's a big bull, that one.
You know, got in on them in the morning, but they kind of got by us, went out across the prairie and then up into the, you know, the smaller mountains up into the timber. We kind of backed out and then for the afternoon hunt, we went in quite early. Did a pretty good walk around through the mountains and rocks, quite hot, 91 degrees.
We got about 20 bulls up here, people. Let's go up and shoot one.
Okay.
Let's get up here, set up, and see what we can do.
But I want the biggest one.
Okay.
Kind of like last time I was here.
Yeah. So.
Well, second biggest one last time.
So you want one hand?
Get in the other.
Exactly.
Well,
you got it made. Why?
I wanted that flare bow last time, and I shot the bull that I shot, which was...
Getting.
I'll take that same.
Okay.
I need 342 this year.
Okay. That's all? Okay. Well, I'm glad you said something. I was going to get you a 360 bull.
Finally worked our way to where we got set up, could see the herd, and waited on them for a number of hours. Finally, they started to get up and started doing their thing. We were hoping they'd move back down towards the creek. You know, there was a bunch of good bulls that we were very interested in. So we were just kind of waiting on them. We repositioned a few times in a couple of washes and gullies. Eventually, we heard a bull bugle off to our right up in the hills, up in the timber.
After waiting on the elk for a number of hours, walking through rocks, mountains, and creeks, they suddenly spot a bull across the valley that emerges from the rest of the herd.
He bugled a few times, and then finally we saw him. He kind of came out to the edge of the timber to the prairie, and he was a good bull. We got a side view of him. He had, you know, big mass, good tine length, huge body bull.
As Scott bugles at the bull, Angie and David get ready to make the perfect shot. Scott, Angie, and David Pierce are in the hills of Wyoming, staring at a big bull only 76 yards away. They spotted a herd and singled out a bull. Now David just has to make the shot.
Kind of a long story short, Scott started calling to him and he absolutely came on a rope. And he basically came down the wash, came up over the hill to us. He actually ended up following a cow.
As Scott bugles at the bull, Angie and David get ready to make the perfect shot. The bull goes down into the wash, and at 76 yards away, the bull comes uphill and David has a clear shot.
Came by us, kind of skirted out around us, and Angie was right on my hip and gave me the yardage a couple different times, and he stopped.
76.
Made a pretty good shot, and he ran, I don't know, he probably went 100 yards and just got out of sight.
Wow. It was
That was exciting. First day, really?
Oh, that was exciting.
That was cool.
Oh my gosh, she was coming right up to us, and I want to tell you that he stopped and goes, now the question is, should I shoot this one? I'm like, I don't know, it's your call, but he's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're still whispering because we got the whole herd still there.
One of the things we had to do after we shot the bull is, because the herd was still up in the head of the valley, and we didn't want to disturb them and run them off the ranch, we wanted to head them down towards the creek bottom. We actually made a pretty good loop out and around, up over the hill, up the mountain above them, and came back down on them to try to, move them more down onto the ranch so that they didn't leave the ranch. We did that, and then eventually worked our way and found the bull. And he had literally just crested over the hill from where we could see him. He was 10 yards out of sight from, otherwise we'd have seen him tip over, but he was pretty much what we thought. Old bull, huge bodied, big mass. Not real wide, only 30 inches wide, but good tine length, and I'm really, really happy with him. My name's David Pierce, and I live the life.